Hello guys, welcome to my channel and my name is Tonya BB. As you know, today I'm going to read the title of a storybook named The Prince and the Farmer's Daughter. And don't forget to like to subscribe on my channel, it will really help me a lot. In chapter 1 of The Prince and the Poor Farmer's Daughter, written by Ben Aponine Samuel. Once upon a time, long time ago, in the village of Awada, there lived a wicked king named King Mosa. He was feared because he was brutal and oppressive. The people of the village did not like him and were terrified whenever he summoned them. He made them pay high taxes and was always accusing somebody of either trying to undermine him or plotting against him. Anyone accused of such was always in deep trouble. Sometimes such a person was never seen again after being arrested. Such was the heightened terror King Musa unleashed on his people. The sons were different from their father. They were kind and sympathetic to the plight of the people. Their father always told them that being sympathetic was a sign of weakness, but their mother always told them the contrary. The mother was not happy with the way the king treated his own people, but she could not stand against the king so as not to incur his wrath. We had to be good and kind to people. Without these people, your father will not be king. If the people all decide to leave this village, who will your father be king over? So it is better to be good and kind to them. The queen always told her sons. She was the second wife of the king. The first wife was brutal and mean as the king. The first wife was as brutal and mean as the king. She was an angry woman who birthed only daughters and was not happy that the younger wife had birthed sons before her. She had tried to harm the princes, but it backfired and she paid the price with her life. She made a confession on her deathbed. Even at that, the young wife, Queen Elima, was good to the late queen's daughters and treated them like her own children. She also had three daughters. Now, the princes Edu and Awe were good boys. They always pleaded with the king to have mercy on the people whenever he was dealing with anyone for any offense. The king, despite himself, loved his children, especially his sons. He, however, was not happy with Queen Alima because because he always accused her of being wicked to eliminate his sons. I will never forgive you for raising them to be cowards, King Musa always told her. I have not raised them to be cowards, but to be good, kind, nice, and loving to their people, she said. Queen Musa stared angrily at her. You raised them to be weak and emotional. They are royals. They are supposed to be tough, mean, and brutal. They are supposed to have the capacity to subdue people and inspire fear in them, he thundered. My king, people can be submissive out of love and respect, not by handedness, she ventured. That Jew is I. Shut up and get out of my sight immediately, he bellowed. On the other side of the village, there lived a poor farmer named Kanji. He had only a daughter, and he had lost his family in a tragedy. His wife and three other sons. He lived a very quiet life. Sorry, his wife and three other children. He lived a very quiet life with his daughters, Jumama. Then one day, the king had decided to take his farmland for personal purpose. Kanji could not complain because the king had threatened death to anyone who tried to challenge him over land. So Kanji and his daughters had no source of livelihood, of lively, of livelihood, and they restored to working for the other farmers where they barely earned a living. Kanji wanted to live for his daughter. He was a broken man and was depressed, but the struggle to stay alive so he could be there for his daughter. Jumama was a good girl. She was only a small baby when the tragedy had happened, but she had the memory of her lost family. Her father taught her to be nice and forgiving and never to pay evil for evil. When people are bad to you, treat them with kindness. Never mind their evil. Your role to play is that of a good person, Kanji always told his daughter. One day, Jumama was on her way from a farm where she had got to work when she ran into Queen Alima and her older son, Prince Edu. She greeted them as she walked past them. "Come here, young girl," the queen said. Jumama obeyed. She was afraid because she did not know why the queen had called her. "You are Kanji's daughter. You are Kanji's daughter?" the queen asked. "Yes, my queen," she replied. The queen sighed. "I'm sorry about all you have been going through. I will send somebody to you later, but please, whatever I do to you, do not tell anybody of it." The queen said, "Yes, my queen." Jumama said, wondering what it is that the queen was talking about. The queen said she could go. She went away. That evening, the queen's maid came to Kanji's house to deliver some foodstuffs and dry meat. Kanji was surprised. He was not sure whether he should collect it. It was then that Jumama told him that the queen had said earlier. Thank, thank her for me. The Creator will bless her," he said. The maid scurried away as if careful not to be seen. That is the end of chapter 1. Next time we'll go to chapter 2. I hope you like the story and don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.